Well, obviously, you're married now, right?
Mm-mm.
And how was it, the preparation and everything like that? Because
Oh yeah.
for us, we got married in the Philippines, and
Mm-mm.
at that time, it was so difficult to organize the wedding
Yes.
from
From
here,
here to the
and
yeah.
then we have nobody there in the Philippines that we can like really ask, hey guys, can you sort this out?
We paid for wedding
Everything,
planner for
wedding
everything.
planner, we have
Mm.
all those
Yeah.
things because
It was too expensive if you think about it.
nobody can, yeah.
Yeah.
But for you guys, did you kind
You
of, how was it like, the preparation? Was it like, was it okay, easy,
yeah, if
hard?
you when you look back to
When
it
you look
like
back to like getting married, like this is for the Filipinos, uh like in abroad,
yeah,
like
planning to
maybe
get
in Ireland,
married
or plan
here.
to get married here in
Yeah, maybe
Ireland.
you
Mm.
could give
You
them
can
some
give them some
points and
points,
yeah,
and yeah.
your
It was hard at first because obviously, like the preparation will just follow, but the most important thing was like to ask for the blessing because in our situation,
Mm,
like he hasn't met my parents yet.
okay.
So, but like in the before we even got married, we were already like 2 years, more than 2 years together, and then what I really appreciate from him is like he made sure that he communicates with my parents so that what my parents would feel at
mm-mm.
ease. So he asked for their permission, obviously like to ask for my hand for marriage, and then obviously like the signal or the blessing na okay, go ahead, you can get married even if it's not here in the
Mm-hmm.
Philippines. So that was like the most important thing for us. And then I told him like I wouldn't want to spend a long time of planning for the wedding because that will be that would be more expensive
Mm-hmm.
kasi like the longer that you plan for a wedding, I personally think the more ideas that you'd get
Yes, yes.
kasi like my idea.
Especially you.
Yeah, especially me. And like, I have my mood board. Like, this is like what I like for the
The
wedding.
ideas,
Okay.
yeah.
I originally, ako talaga ay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kasi like, he would always say na, I don't mind when we get married. The most important thing is we just get married. Even if it's just the next day, we just go to the city
Yeah.
hall
Mm-mm.
Yes, yeah.
just to tie the knot, that's it. So, but of
Yeah.
course, for women, it's different. And he was really supportive na, okay, this is just once in a lifetime. It'd be nice to
Mm.
have our family and friends there because originally, we're just civil wedding with
Mm-hmm.
just his parents, his sisters, and then my family in Dublin
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
like to represent my parents. Pero like when we saw the place, like we kind of, oh, it's just sad. Like in the
Plain
four
walls.
corners of the room, and
Yeah.
then that's it. And after that, you just go out and eat. Parang I can't,
It's not. Oh.
I really
Yeah.
can't
Because it's a special,
Yeah.
imagine.
such a special day.
Yes,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
Yeah.
I never had any debut like when I was 18, no celebrations because of course we couldn't afford it. But at least for the wedding because this is wedding.
Mm,
No.
mm,
So
mm.
I wouldn't be like our when we really talk about it, and I said we won't be in our 20s
Mm.
Mm-mm.
all the time.
Yeah.
So I mean, even if we decide like to get married maybe 10 years, 20 years later, being like in our 20s is so different when we get to
Correct.
our
Yeah.
Yeah.
40s. I mean, we
Correct.
won't be looking like this
Correct. Yeah.
in our
Yeah.
50s. So that was the reason.
But
Yeah.
when it comes to organizing,
Yeah, organizing like
yeah, to
yung
get those people who
wedding registrar, something
registrars
like
and
that.
everything like
Yeah,
that.
how was it?
How long did it take you to, just for
Yeah,
our
to arrange
viewers?
to
Ah,
arrange
Yeah,
the
to see.
dates and then expenses and
Yeah.
all those stuff.
it was it
It wasn't that long.
It wasn't that long because we just decided, okay, when do you want to get, when are we going to
Do you have
get
to
married?
register it in
Yeah.
the city
Yeah, we
council,
have like
or
to
city?
set an appointment with the obviously like in the city council, so
Yeah.
Waterford registration, and
Okay.
then they will ask all these questions like when are you getting married here, like in when you want. I don't know how it is with other counties,
Okay.
but like in Waterford, like there or in the southeast,
Mhm.
the available days or days in a week are only like Thursdays and Fridays.
Okay.
So like we can't really choose like I mean if we want this date and it doesn't fall on a Thursday or Friday, then we have to we have to adjust with the
Okay.
policy.
All right.
That's
So
good to know, at least our viewers.
Yeah.
For those people who are planning to get
And
married,
will they
in
ask
Ireland.
for like records of previous marriage, things like that, or your birth
there will be
certificate?
a checklist.
They were
Yes.
asking us if like we are divorced or something,
Okay.
you know. So if
Yeah.
you check no, then
They
will ask
wouldn't
for
be
the
asking
documents.
more
Okay.
information. So we just need they will need obviously the birth certificate, the
Because
passports.
yeah,
For me, like I have a stamp for my
Okay.
GNIB card. He has his EU national card. Those things, and then of course like you have to pay for a certain fee. But then that time because I keep changing my mind, like I have a certain certain day because I said I don't want this to be too long. Too long of a preparation, but I want the 8th as our number. At least that we have control. So that's how we decided for the date because 8th of April
Oh, yes.
fell on a
Friday.
on a Friday.
Yeah.
And then I said we registered December. So December, January, February, March. I said that should be enough time.
4 months.
Yeah, and because it's
good.
only like an intimate wedding, so it
And
shouldn't
Yeah.
be.
there's no like, remember back in the Philippines, there is what do you call it? There is a not training. It's like what do you call
Like a
that?
seminar.
Yeah, like a seminar if you're getting married.
Oh yeah, I
There's
asked. No, it's not required here
No.
in
Okay.
Ireland.
You just offer if you
nothing
wish
like
to do it, you can, you know.
Unless if you're getting married in the church, I think that they will be requiring that. We were thinking maybe it's better. Yeah, that's another dilemma for us. Are we getting married in the church or like in civil? Because like Croatia is Catholic.
Okay.
The most Catholic, isn't it? Catholic. So, but the processing for applying for marriage, to get married in the church, I found it like too tedious because it's so, I don't know. I just felt like does it really matter like to get married in the church? I mean, I feel like, kasi like the registrar told us that if you want to get married, like like to have a civil marriage, it's not only confined in the four corners of this room. You could get married like in the garden,
Yeah.
as long as, or in a hotel, that as long as it's registered in the list of places.
Many options.
Yeah, there are many
Unlike
options.
for church.
Unlike in the if you're gonna get married in the church, obviously it has to be in the house of God.
Okay.
And then you
Yeah.
you don't
just-
have choices as well.
I just felt like it's easier. Like I just don't want that.
it's more
extra
easy to
stress.
adjust,
Yes.
isn't it?
Yeah.
And then you have the option of wow, we can get married in the garden.
The garden.
And I remember I was asking for your opinion, like
Yeah.
which places can you recommend?
Yeah.
And I saw wow, it will be nice like to get married in this place. Like why don't we like try it after? Kasi I've always had, I don't know how I came to that idea na I wanted it my dream wedding like to be rustic.
Yeah.
So if it's like in a church, I didn't
No, you can't
I
hire-
couldn't
yeah.
I couldn't even find a church here that's already rustic looking. Not that I don't see it important. I mean, we have like different tastes and preferences, but I think that the civil wedding like
Yeah.
went okay for us. Plus, I always have this thought for my parents na since they won't be there, maybe in 10 years time we can have like a blessing in the church,
In the church,
and then my
yeah.
parents can walk me down the aisle.
Probably in the Philippines. Something like that.
Philippines
Yeah.
or elsewhere.
Some people they will get married here and then they go to the Philippines and then remarried there like a church wedding.
Just to
It's common.
celebrate, yeah.
Just to
Yeah.
celebrate.
Or you could just have a reception.
But see, like before actually that, we had so many those to go to Italy to get married in
Yeah.
the Dolomites,
Yeah, yeah,
If money is no
Like
object.
wedding.
yeah.
You know, and
That
then
was another thing. the
you know
money.
different places like destination wedding, and then
Yeah.
Yeah.
maybe so many different stuff, like to go to Croatia, to go
Yeah.
to Philippines to get married there,
Yeah.
but with COVID and all that we couldn't
It's
really-
so hard, yeah.
so hard, yeah.
I told my parents like I think it will be better like to get married in the Philippines, but then it was my dad who discouraged me. because he was really concerned of the money. He said, "Why would you get married? Push her to get
Do you
married
think
here."
yeah.
He said like, "You're gonna feed all these people, and what when you go back there, like you have no money, and then
Okay.
I mean that's those
He
were
was
his
practical.
words.
Yeah,
Yeah.
do
But
you,
then the expenses. Like,
yeah, do you think
it's the same.
do you think it'll be really more expensive back in the
In
Philippines if you
Philippines.
had your wedding there?
I think with the cost of our, because I was doing the spreadsheet, I think with that amount of money, like
The
we
same?
could um
Or
No,
maybe
no, no.
less.
Yeah,
Kind-
it's
Okay,
safe.
say it.
kinda. Pero
Do you
kasi I tried as much as possible to lower down our costs.
Mm.
That's why we did some DIY. But,
Mm-mm.
stress on our part, on my part.
Mm.
But I think it will be more to my liking if it's back home.
Yeah.
But the thing is, obviously,
It'll
like...
be more expensive.
In reality, yeah, it would be.
Would be
yeah,
more,
kasi like...
And then maybe knowing you, it will be like really difficult because you want to be there, you want to see it.
yes.
And I think it'll be more stressful if it's in the Philippines.
Yeah.
Because you're so hands-on. Like here,
Yeah.
at least you managed to control. And the wedding was beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know.
I was really, I know, I can attest to that, the control. Kasi like, the Mark, he was the, kind of like the wedding coordinator as well. Kasi I think like, just for people who don't know, so with this wedding venues in Ireland, I don't know how is it in other countries. So wedding venues here in Ireland, they would have their own wedding coordinator. So they will
Yeah.
help you organize like... I don't know, maybe because I'm just really hands-on, but then that's what I was told. So for our case, we got married in Raheen House in Clonmel. Mark was the one who's organizing the things, like what to expect, like the menu and all that. So obviously he's the coordinator. But like for the details, if you're really like into the details, I think it would be better like to really hire a
Yeah.
proper, because there are people who are really into the wedding organizing. It's just that these wedding coordinators in the hotels,
Just
They're
for the
just
hotel.
basic.
yeah,
Basic, just for
literally
the hotel,
basic,
yeah.
yeah. To make sure, okay, how many guests will be coming
That's
to the
all.
Yeah,
wedding.
and what time is the
What
celebration?
packages would you want? Like, would you want a 5-course, 4-course meal? The wedding afters.
It's more of a manager, basically.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's more of
not-
like the frame of the wedding.
Yeah.
But if you go down to the detail, like you want this type of flowers,
Yeah,
you
that's
want this
different.
decoration,
That's,
you really have to pay for someone to do that.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
good.
4 months. So just like what Ate said, like I was so really into the details, even the details of the flowers. Like I wanted cascading. Is that how you say it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I want this detail, these
Yeah,
colors
small
for the
details.
bridesmaids.
And then the music and
Yeah, with
everything.
the music.
But when it comes to expenses, obviously you're here. Did you like both of you paid for the wedding? And because I don't know, in Croatia, who pays for the wedding? The parents of the groom or the parents of the bride?
So basically, the parents of the groom and the parents of the groom.
Okay.
All
So
right.
they
Okay.
would get the money, and then they'll pay for everything.
Right.
That was back in
In your
so
country.
let's say old days.
Old days,
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Not really old days, but I say 2010.
Yeah. Yeah, but
Okay,
it's
basic.
changing
But
now.
when once comes to now, like
It's changing
it's
now.
just you pay half as
Yeah.
much as you can.
You're getting more
Because
practical.
back home in the Philippines, it's actually, well, Don place is actually different from my place. But in my place, it's always the man.
Yeah.
Yeah. And with Don, it's the man as well, isn't it?
it's
And
most like
most
generally in
of
the
parents,
Philippines,
yeah, the
it's
parents of the
it's
man.
the
Yeah, and they even have this
dowry.
dowry that they
Yeah.
give to the woman. I'm still
really?
waiting for
Yeah,
mine.
yeah, she's
I'm
still
still waiting.
Well, you can wait.
I'm still waiting for my
Yeah.
He's
dowry.
asking for it.
Yeah.
I didn't know
there is.
that.
Yeah,
You can wait
mostly.
forever, girl.
Yeah, there is a dowry. Stop. You got me three dowry,
Up until now.
3 donkey.
There's a dowry.
Until now, there
dowry
is.
can be just a glass of water as long as it's
From the heart.
From the heart. Yes. I've been giving her so many glasses of water.
That's why she's really hydrated.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, look at her.
Yeah, so, but then when we got married, it's like, it's most done. 80% he paid for it. for the wedding. Yeah, 80%.
So it's kind of that way.
Because he was the one who wanted the big wedding anyway.
He was the one
For me,
organizing.
I'm like Deborah. Let's just get wedding. So anywhere who can bless us, and that's it.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.